Hello for everybody. Today we try to do some another format for the interview. We try to speak with the guys who already have the combat experience in Ukraine. Today we're going to talk with Kevin.
Volunteer from France, Fox, 23 years old, joined the Ukrainian Defense Forces in 2023. Previous experience, 2 years of service in the French Army. Served in Ukraine in the 2nd International Legion of the Ukrainian Defense Forces and in the National Guard of Ukraine, defended positions in the Sloviansk region, Donetsk region, Serebryansky Forest, Luhansk region, and fought in the direction of Kharkiv.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
So, can you tell us, you now is an active soldier, yep?
Yes.
You have an active contact. You are without helmet, without ammo, ammunition, equipment. So, can you tell me what you do now?
I'm now just injured in position and going to rehabilitation. Maybe after my contract is finished, I'm join the new brigade for new adventure.
As I understand, with my own combat experience, it's evacuation, stabilization, yeah? And then you go into the hospital, yep?
Yes.
Yep. Can you tell to us like a few words about the hospital, the medicine in Ukraine?
When I go to injured, it's very fast. The Ukrainian soldiers is take bandage Israelian, hemostatic, tourniquet very fast, and maybe after 5-10 minutes and go to evacuation very fast. And one car is pick me and go to first point of medic for verification my injury. And after this, I'm going to 3 other point of medic for more verification, for take medicine, for take new hemostatic bandage, for verification if you have a shrapnel. And after this, I'm going to hospital of Kharkiv when more examined. And in hospital of Kharkiv, I take 3 or 4 shrapnel in my back.
Okay.
And in Kharkiv, I'm stay for 4 days. And after Kharkiv, I'm going to Kreminski. And in Kreminski, I was every other examined.
So in Kharkiv, it was the civilian or military clinic?
No, in this hospital it's for everybody.
For everybody?
Yeah, but in my room you have just soldiers.
Just a soldier?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell about the medics, how they speak with you, what they are asking about you, how they communicate with you? It's enough for you as a injured person, or maybe they need to ask more information? Or
No, when I was in hospital, it's with professor, doctor.
Oh.
I'm speaks with in Ukrainian because I'm listen and understand little Ukrainian, or it's in English. And no, it's for exam and all things. It's very fast, and all the time is going in my room for I'm necessary one things or not. I put some antibiotic every time. And in other hospital after Kharkiv, in new hospital, when I take for operation, and the professor, doctor, the same, speak English. Just like some Ukrainian, you don't speak English, but it's simple for communication. And in your hospital, no, it's very good medicine, antibiotic. If you need something immediately, I take for you.
So, like, for your opinion, it's enough for the injured person, yeah, to help him. Oh, okay,
and
let's go.
The same, if you have like me injured, need operation, it's very fast. And the professor, it's very professionalist.
Ukrainian medics speaking English,
yes,
and very professional. Remember this point. You have a lot of experience. So, personally for me, it's interesting. A lot of our common friends call you like Italian man. Yeah. Why the Italian?
Yeah, because my mother is Italian.
Ah, okay.
And my father is French. I
And
speak
France and
French,
English?
Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, English, and little Ukrainian.
Ukrainian foreigners also polyglots. Remember these points. So maybe you can share some funny stories. What happened with you when you serve in the combat zone, maybe in the training.
For the funny story, I have for my name Fox because this Georgian guy is take this name for me because in International Leon I was a machine gun.
Okay.
And the Georgian guy, all the time he have problem, he call me in the radio, Fox, давай, shoot. Okay, I'm coming. And for this moment and after it's Fox, okay, I'm take this name, it's no problem.
Okay. How you communicate with the Georgian guy?
English it's so.
Russia,
The
Ukrainian?
more Georgian is communicating in Georgian language or Russian, and some Georgian is understand Italian because lot of Georgian is going to Italy for working.
Can you recommend some your experience? How you look at the information for the service in Ukraine?
The first point for join the Ukrainian army is looking all in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You have a lot of video.
Social networks.
Yeah. And you have more in video in TikTok because a lot of people post video in TikTok. And in Ukraine is good because it's possible to training drone, training combat medic. Some brigades it's possible to training for mortar, training to sniper, machine gun, launcher grenade.
Okay.
Now you have a lot of options for training.
So some guys asking now about the training and about the oven experience. Do you have your own experience before you come to Ukraine?
Yes.
What is it?
I have in French army, but the difference in French army and Ukraine it's technology.
Okay.
Now it's a different war of like.
So okay, the French better or Ukrainian better technology?
Now it's in Ukraine better because it's new war.
Yeah, but the army have the different tasks. Yeah, maybe the French army training and prepare to protect France like in the standard rules. Yeah, and Ukraine now have the full-scale intervention. Yeah. Like the Russian attacked Ukraine in 2022, and the Ukraine no had any choice, just doing the another different options. Staying the better, changing in the best way, yeah. Because we don't have any possibilities. Or we change, or we doing the better, or we stay in the better, or we die. And one of main themes is the drones. Yeah, a lot of information, a lot of questions from the foreigners about the drones, how to join the drone teams, how to train for the drones operator, how to be the drone operator, how to use the drones, where I can do this, and other. Maybe the first step we need to understand what the drones do in Ukraine-Russian war, yeah?
Yes.
How important they are or not, and maybe you have some own experience about the drones. Maybe you see the drones, maybe you use the drones in the combat missions, and what you can tell, what you can share, what information you can share about the drones in Ukraine army.
If you receive one assault of Russian, the drone is good because it's possible to looking, and now we have FPV. It's good because if you receive assault or you go to an assault, you take support of FPV and shooting position, Russian position. And if the inverse is Russian drone is coming, just don't moving. Take one wood or one ticks for not visualization and don't moving. Because if you moving, drone is see you. And after the drone it put grenade or some explosive, and if it don't shoot you, it's one FPV is coming.
Like in video games, yeah?
Yeah.
What I can tell now about the drones in Ukraine army for this period, it's the July of 2025. We create another type of troops. It's the drones troops, yeah, like land forces, like Marines, like airborne forces. The Ukraine army create the own type of troops. It's the drone troops, yeah. We're creating the new units, and we're looking for the good pilots. We're looking for the people who wanna study, who wanna learn, and who ready to join the armed forces and to be the drone pilot. Anyway, at first point, when you join the army, you must train and you must do the basically training. Then you can start to learn, start to study the drone pilot, drone operator, and to understand how to important and how to learn it, how to understand how you must work with this, how you must cooperate with the other troops, with the other units, with your comrades in the same unit, yeah, how to do in the combat missions, how to important to do the combat orders fast and qualities. So your job, the job of one person, it's depend for the whole battalion and for future orders, for future success and tasks.
Yeah, because back of operator drone, you have all commander or sergeant is looking the job of operator drone.
Troop, infantry, position, defense line, all these things, it's safety because the operator drone is working, doing the task very fast and very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Kevin, maybe you meet some women in Ukraine army, the Ukrainian or maybe foreigner come to Ukraine from abroad.
Yes, I meet some woman in International Legion, and she is a go sniper in International Legion, and we have some combat medic woman, but lot of women is coming in Ukraine. It's for combat medic, and in my second brigade, the one woman it's in assault.
No.
And no, some woman I'm looking, it's combat medic.
It's almost a medic.
Because in she country, is working in hospital or in this sector of
medical education, medical experience.
Yes.
Yeah, and they can use it here in Ukraine army. The women who you meet in the Ukraine army, it was Ukrainian or foreigners?
Ukrainian. I meet one Portuguese woman, but now it's instructor of medic, and other it's like instructor or just for helping.
From my own experience, I meet foreigners women from United States, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Kazakhstan, Chechnya, but I served more than 3 years from 2022, from the beginning, and I meet a lot of women in Ukraine army. It's the Ukrainians and also the women who came from abroad, foreigners. From my own experience, it's the persons who are very motivated for the service. Also, the main things what I see from my own experience, they are very in contact. So if you're asking about it, they don't ignore you. Yep. If you're asking about some help, they don't ignore you. If they cannot help for you, they just recommend it for you some other possibilities, but they don't ignore you. So I'm just thinking about it just now, yeah, that the women who I meet in Ukraine army, they don't ignore you. For always, they try to help you. Some recommendation or some other in medicine, some information or some other. So, like as for me, the women in Ukraine army are very motivated. In 2017, Ukrainian government changed the law for women in the army, and the women can take the highest rank.
Yes.
Because before they can be like young officers only lieutenants, not more. And I can be wrong, but maybe in 2017 the Ukrainian government changed the law, and now Ukrainian women can be the captains, majors, colonels, and others. So this is very important, and this is very, a good possibilities to build your military career for the women. So, Ukraine army is glad to see women who want to join the army, also the foreigners who want to come from abroad. Main things how to join the Ukrainian army. You just need to visit our websites. You can see it here, 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 or here, and apply the form. When you apply the form, just waiting for reply. The recruiter will contact with you. It doesn't matter you are a man or woman, you have experience or not, but anyway, the recruiter will contact with you, and you can share your experience. You can speak with them. You can ask the questions, what you want to know. You can take the instructions, how to come to Ukraine and how to join Ukrainian army. So welcome for men and women. And one more thing, what I want speaking about, it's the equipment in Ukrainian army. Maybe you can talk about some difference, what kind of equipment or what exactly you take in 2023 when you join the Ukraine the first time and 2025. Maybe you see some difference.
The difference in 2023 and now 2025, it's the equipment. It's little similar because it's good equipment.
Yeah.
And now when you receive the equipment, you have a lot of clothes, lot of jacket. If you have possibility to take the not old, but the first quality of helmet. Yes, the new helmet is better because it's possible to take in the helmet earphones. You put the GoPro or night vision, and now we have CZ.
Okay.
We have M16. Some brigade you have Scar H, M4. You have new weapon. It's Beretta. It's weapon NATO. Some brigade, if you have sniper, you have Dragunov.
Yeah, but Dragunov is like, as for me, the Dragunov is a little better AK. Yep.
Yeah.
AK-74 or AK-47. Dragunov is for the period for World War II, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very old. It's the Soviet, but it's usable. Ukrainian army buy 70% from all weapons what the Ukraine buy for the war.
Yes.
It's the own Ukraine weapon who creating in Ukraine or Ukraine guys, Ukraine firms, yeah, and Ukraine army buy the own equipments. Yeah, we asking about the help, about the financial help for the allies, yep, our allies, but now we start to create own weapons, own equipment, and Ukraine Ukraine army buy mostly the Ukraine weapons. The equipments and the uniform. And from your military experience, maybe you need something more parts, maybe you buy for your comfortable service some another parts, or is it enough for you, what you taking in the army?
For my experience, I'm buy something for my comfort. I'm buy night vision because this is very expensive. I'm buy optic for weapon.
Some parts.
Yes,
yep.
From part of weapon for comfort. I don't buy a lot of things because when you join the Ukrainian army, you have a lot of things in your package.
Yep. And you serve in the winter time, yep.
Yeah.
And in the summertime also.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. So, and you take the winter equipment, the equipment for winter time and also for the summertime.
Yes.
Yep. And what those equipment what you serve, is it enough for you or you need something else? Something more for warm? For
No, because in the package, when it's when it's cold, you have equipment in the package. It's enough because you have thermic, you have clothes thermic, jacket thermic. It's good for when it's cold. No, it's enough. And after when it's temperature hot, it's the same. You have a lot of things in the package. Yes, it's possible you buy some t-shirt or just for your comfort, but for me, I don't buy clothes.
The Ukrainian army is not at the best of best. Yeah, we also have some own problems and we try to fix it. The standard way how you communicate in any army, in any country, you are a soldier, communicate with your commander, with the sergeant communicate with the high-rank sergeant communicate with his commander, it's the commander of platoon or commander of the company, and then it must be the highest and highest. But now, like, we have the full-scale intervention, and you can communicate whatever you want if you thinking that it is necessary. The communication is good, and your commander, maybe in high rank, also can communicate with you. Maybe it's not correct, maybe not full right, but for fast success and for fixing any problems, you can do this. So you must wrote the short problem, and if you have the proposal to fix it, also wrote it short. Yep, maybe. Yeah. I'm just using my own experience. Yeah, if I cannot solve some problem with my sergeant or with my officer near me, I contact the officer highest, explain the problem with short version, and also explain the possibilities to solve it. It's the best way how to change, how to help for me, my square or my platoon or my company, and for other guys and for whole battalion, for whole units. Yeah, as for me. Our main common goal to win this war. It's necessary for Ukraine, our neighbors, Europe, and whole Western normal world. If Ukraine lose, the Russian can attack for the next countries like Poland, Baltic countries, maybe some other. And when the Russia attacked Ukraine in the first time in 2014, we start to call it hybrid war. Hybrid because Russia using not only weapons and ammo for war, they're using information, and they're fighting for our minds, to occupy our minds, change the history, change the true, just shade a lot of not true information and occupy your mind. So for Ukrainian foreigners who serve together in the one unit, one company, one platoon or one square, please remember you have one goal, and the main goal to win this war together. For this, you must understand each other, respect each other, listen each other, communicate with each other. So I'm correct?
Yeah.
Or you can add
yes,
some...
the first point is communication. Because if you don't have communication, we do nothing.
And from your experience, would you have the best way for the communications? I don't know. Personally, radio, messengers, telephones, I don't know, email address.
With in position with my commander, communicate in English because you have one paper is in translator. Yeah, translator. And in my position, you have two translators, or English or Spanish. And if you don't speak English, speak Spanish. For communication.
It's in the combat missions.
Yeah, in combat mission.
But before you go for the combat missions, when you have a rest period,
yeah.
How you communicate? Maybe you use some messengers, I don't know, telephones.
When I'm back for some day for rest, with some sergeants speak English, Ukrainian speak English, and with my commander I speak with translator. With like WhatsApp or other application.
And I don't know, your commander asks you about some options, some what you need or what is necessary for the rest, for the service or some other things.
When I was in International Legion, all the time the sergeant is coming in the house with all donation, eat, food, water, munition, what I need. And if the sergeant don't come, you in International Legion you have one point. When in the village you have one point. You go if you have car, you go with car. You take if you have necessary, and go back in your secure house.
Okay, so And also, I want to ask you about the logistics in Ukrainian army, because I hear from some foreigners who come to Ukraine, serve in Ukrainian army, that imagine I find on the websites, I'm staying in the position. I'm using the Starlink for the internet, and on the websites, I'm find some warm clothes, what I need, yep. Like those what I can, what I take in the army, it's enough, but I need to change it, yep, too.
Yeah.
After you send your oven clothes for cleaning, for changing, you need to have some another. And the guys tell me, imagine today I find some clothes, apply the form, just buy it, yep?
Yeah.
Pay from my card to buy it. And for the 2 days, my sergeant give it to me to my position. Not safe house, but my position. Just the car who take the package from the no posta, go there, I'm just saying for my commander information that I need to take my package. And after 2 days, they send it right to my position. So it's about the questions about the logistic in the Ukrainian army. But it was surprise for me that the foreigners who come to Ukraine and say, imagine I find the shop some clothes, after 2 days I take it on my position. But after 2 days, I'm just staying for my position, not waiting anything, but my sergeant says, oh, hello, take a package. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's possible with drone. Some drone put water, food, or what you need.
Yeah, because if you're using the car, you may be hit by the enemy's FPV or enemy weapon. And with the drones, it's to do it, you can do it faster, yep, and with any risks for the personnel, for the guys. So anyway, yep, the Ukrainian army now using drones not only to hit the enemy, but also for logistic, for evacuation. And the latest news that the Ukrainian drones take the Russian prisoners. He start to ask, please don't kill me, don't kill me. They don't hear anything, but just see that the enemy start to ask, don't kill me. And then they start to using the drones to show him, okay, let's go for us.
Yeah.
Let's go come to us. Yep. And he go to the drone. Yeah. And he go to the prisoner. Yep. We wrote about this on our websites. Please, using the link, visit our websites and you can read the full news about those situations. So what you can give some recommendation for the foreigners, for the guys who want to join the army and planning to go to Ukraine and join the Ukrainian army?
First time, look for the new people, looking more information in all social media, because you have a lot of possibility, lot of option, and not coming and immediately because I want to first go to preparation, because this war is not joking. For training, for option for your specialty, here in Ukraine you have a lot of specialty, and if you have question for training because you don't have experience, here you have training combat medic, you have training tactical training, you have training for weapon, training for RPG, all weapon.
And also, we have training for drone operator. A lot of people are asking about it. So yes, we're creating the group and training the guys for drone operator. Okay, Kevin, thank you for your service. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.